Hi guys, it's been forever since I've made a YouTube video and I'm so glad to see you here. Today we're going to talk about my favorite topic, which is sales prospecting, obviously. And we're going to talk about sales prospecting for business to business companies, B2B businesses. And I am going to tell you 9 amazing ways to do this. So take notes and implement everything. I am going to be looking at my laptop a lot, so please bear with me because that's where all my notes are. Number 1, cold to warm outreach strategy. So this strategy is basically what I do is I find 10 to 20 companies which I know are the right companies for me, find out who is the owner, who is the managing director or the decision maker in these companies, and make an Excel spreadsheet. And then what I do is figure out what these companies do, what is the angle for me to pitch them, how can I make them interested in me, and how I can help them. Once I figure these points out, what I would typically do is make a short video either on Zoom or a website called Loom. It allows you to record really small videos. I would make a video and send it to the decision maker, which would show them how I can bring value. What this strategy basically does is that the next time you call them, they know who you are because you took the effort to send a video, and the lead is now a warm lead and not really a cold lead. I take notes and I hope this helps you. Let me know if it does in the comments. Number 2 is cold calling strategy. I know everybody is so against cold calling. Nobody loves cold calling, and to be honest, it's a scary thing to do. It's like really out of your comfort zone. But I would suggest, if you can't sell, your business is not going to run for a long time. So I would really suggest that if you're uncomfortable with sales, you better get on board, and you better get on board fast. So the fastest way to put yourself out of your comfort zone is to try and cold call. What I would recommend is to start with 1 call or 2 calls a day, and then increase that to 5 to 10 calls, up to the point where you're making 30 to 40 calls on a daily basis. So imagine if you're making 30 calls 5 days a week, that is 600 calls. 30 in, no, sorry, I'm so bad at math. I think it's 150 calls a week. So if you're going to make 150 calls a week, that would be 600 calls a month. Yeah, I was right about that. 600 calls a month. And if you're going to make 600 calls, there is no way you're not going to get any sales in, any money in your business. So the second tip is to start cold calling as soon as possible. The next tip is email strategy. Okay, now if you feel that it's really hard for you to cold call, but still do 1 or 2 cold calls, but if you feel that's something that's impossible for you to start with, what you could also do is send cold emails. Now there is always a way to send cold emails. It's just a numbers game, right? A lot of people think emails don't work, but honestly, the more emails you send, the more chances of getting yeses. So this is a format that I like to follow. So sorry about my WhatsApp notification. This is a format I like to follow. You first introduce yourself, first tell the person what you do, how you do in like 3 lines. And then talk about their pain points. Tell them that I understand that this is something that you're going through. Talk about the solution you can offer them, and then have a call to action. The call to action, I prefer it to be book a Zoom meeting with me so we can discuss this further. Make sure that the email is personal. Make sure you've done research about the company and you're not just sending copy-paste emails. And also make sure that the email is short. Nobody wants to read long emails. Also, the name of the person and the company name has to be spelled correct. I know this sounds kind of silly, but you will be surprised at how many mistakes people make with these really, really important things. Now, the next tip, okay, this is my favorite. This is what I like to do with my existing clients and community members as well, is to send lumpy mail packages. So on New Year's, for example, what I had done is sent out a book, a journal, and some stickers and a personalized note to every single person who is a part of my community or who are my clients. And this works wonders, right? People are not used to receiving snail mail, and when you send something like a book or maybe a lead magnet or a workbook they could use, because it just creates so much credibility and so much respect for you, and it's a great way to increase sales. You could put in your business card, you could put in recommendation cards which people can pass out to their friends or their family, and it's just a great way to drive sales. However, it's not an immediate return kind of way. You won't be able to do it and then get an ROI immediately, but it is something definitely that gives you more goodwill and return of investment in a couple of more months. So it's something I recommend doing as well. The next strategy would be to conduct free trainings in your area. So you could conduct free offline trainings. The only thing to make sure is that your training has to be level 1 of your service. So if you're going to teach something for free that you would normally charge for, this strategy won't work for you. You need to teach something that you're okay to give away for free, and this has to be an entry point to your more expensive product. So just make sure that that part of the equation is something you think of before conducting this training. Point number 6 is host a giveaway contest. Again, this is a little bit complicated. If you do it in the wrong way, it's not going to help you. The right way you would do this is basically give out something that you know only your target audience needs. For example, if you're giving out iPads, it doesn't really help your case because you know that it's not only going to be your target audience that's going to participate in the contest, right? So what I would suggest that you give away, if you're a social media manager and you want to attract coaches or consultants or business owners, you could give away a workbook for coaches or consultants. So you know that every single person who attends or who participates in the contest is your target audience. So just make sure that you think about the giveaway, the gift that you're going to give away properly, and it is going to attract only your target audience. I think this may take a few tries, but once you get it correct, it's going to work like magic every single time. Point number 7 is to trade services with someone. So for example, you know that somebody has your target audience, right? For example, if I am a website designer, I know that tying up with a social media manager is beneficial to me because our client base is the same, right? Everyone who needs social media also needs a website. So what I would do is say to the social media manager as a website designer that, hey, listen, can I help you create a website for free? You could just tell all your clients that I created your website, and then they could do my social media for free, and I can tell all the clients that this person is a social media expert, right? So that's something that really works all the time, and just make sure that your pipeline is full with your target audience. Point number 8 is to collaborate with complementary service owners for their client list. So this is not exactly the same as what I just said. This is a little bit different, where you say, hey, listen, I'm a website designer, you're a social media manager. What if we create packages together and sell it as a package? So this is something that, if done correctly, will make sure that you're making revenue every single month throughout the year. And as a business owner, you know how important it is to make sure that we have enough money to make sure that the business is at least surviving, right? So these are the kind of things you can do to make sure that your business is making money every month and there isn't a slack month during the year. Now, the last strategy that I love is to use LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a very professional platform, and every single person on LinkedIn is there to do business and to make money or to find a job. There's no other option on LinkedIn, really, honestly. It's not a social media platform for just connecting socially. So what I would recommend is find 50 people in your target audience, send them a connection message, and then send them personalized messages based on what they do to tell them how you can help them. So this is something that you do every single day again. It is a little bit scary to begin with, but once you do all the strategies I've told you and implement them in a month, I guarantee that you're going to get a lot of amazing clients and leads. Let me know how this worked out for you, and if you thought this video was helpful, subscribe to my channel, send me a message. You can connect with me over my social media channels. I'll put all the links in the description. Bye guys, have an amazing day and an amazing week.